everybody, on this wonderful Thursday. Good to see you, Brian, Mark, everybody on YouTube, Facebook Live. Welcome. Hope everybody's all excited. What a great morning we're having. Listen, regarding about the Fed rate, what happened yesterday, I'm so excited to talk about that. I want to talk a little bit about what happened this morning. We are having a great run-up on the stock VRAX in pre-market. For some of you on YouTube, you could see basically, I just posted basically the time when we actually trade, pre-market. So we posted that around at 7:43, and you can see it's number one on that list. And when I bring up the chart right here, just want to show you what's going on. And what time was that? Where it was right around here, right there, everybody. Right around that 7:45 when we found it, had good pre-market. And look at that. If you got in at 8 o'clock in the morning, when everyone was supposed to be in there, look at this, $1.95 to $2.50. That is a 50-cent move. Even if you got half that on 1,000 shares, $250, $50,000 salary. Some of you would be ecstatic with that. You know what? If you could have traded more shares, but anyway, that was probably one of the easiest pre-markets we've seen in a while. I know a lot of you here got in there, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, we do this every morning. This is typical what trading's all about. But listen, we got a lot more stuff to talk about because it's not just VRAX, there's other stocks that are moving. But usually before we start and move forward, let's talk a little bit about what happened yesterday. I told you regarding about the Fed rate, we do not trade the Fed rate. And I'm just going to bring this up over here and show you what I'm talking about. I'll bring up the Dow really quick, and you could see over the course of the day, nothing really happened, zero. And then all of a sudden, it was already factored in that they were going to go another 3 quarters to the Fed to add into the rate. And then you had this little pop right here. So they were pretty static. There was no surprise there because usually things are usually factored in. So you see the mark, how it just literally had that big pop. We went from 32.60 all the way up to about 3,300. Nice little move. And then all of a sudden, Powell had to say something really stupid, okay? And what did he say? If you didn't listen closely, he said, well, we're just going to keep raising it until we can get inflation down. We're going to do as much as we can to get inflation down to 2%. Well, the street didn't like when he talked about that, when that comment came in right around 2 o'clock and 36 minutes. And then all of a sudden, the thing just dropped like that. And then all of a sudden, you could see it. We came right back to where we started, and then we had a little bit of a slingshot, and it came right down. Now, we started our class around 3 o'clock, the phase 3. And, well, listen, no matter what you did, you made money. Now, for some of you out there, you're probably really ticked off because now your line of credit's going up. Now you're ticked off because the house you wanted to buy, now, where you could have bought it in March, now that rate has almost quadrupled. You can only probably afford half the amount. Well, listen, you could be all ticked off about it you want, and you should. But you know what? At the end of the day, us as traders, we are completely biased, okay? So there's an opportunity out there, and if you were in phase 3, you could have just went down the list. It was just endless. Any stock you pick, you could have made money. But we tend to trade on NVIDIA, and we did great on NVIDIA. And we even got in a little bit late for some of you here. We got in right around 133, and this is around 330 after this whole big crash. And then obviously you could see things just dropped right into after hours, and it went all the way down to about 31. So listen, no matter what you traded, you could have made money. And every stock, if you look at every single one of them, look at every pattern, how they went up, looked exactly like the Dow. You could have shorted Apple. Look, Apple looks exactly the same. You could have shorted Amazon. Amazon looked exactly the same. I got out of my swing trade. I'm telling you right now, I got out of Home Depot, and I'm so ticked off because I wanted to get out right around here, around 297, but I was in class. I ended up getting out right around here, around 294, I think I got out of, right around here. But listen, you know what I love about getting out of a position and even knowing I could have made so much more? It's all the way down to 286. So you ever feel good, like, oh my God, I feel so psyched. I'm glad I got out of that stock. It went down. So the only stock I held on is, and this is the only thing that usually doesn't work. Pharmaceutical stocks don't really get affected too much on all this crazy news. It did go down a little bit, but I'm still holding my Merck. I'm still holding my CSQ and all that stuff. Two other stocks I'm holding. But the bottom line is, anybody, no matter what you shorted, going all the way to the close, you could have made money. Even like, listen, the QQQs, all the way, look, all the way up until the last 30 minutes. If you came in late and you got our tweets and you got our alert services, and you all can get it for free, and you saw what's happening, you could have logged onto your phone. You could have sat there and talked to us on the phone. You know what's going on. But this is what you train for. And guess what? I got great news. There's an election that's coming up on Tuesday. So we're going to have a workshop on Monday, and we're going to have a workshop on Wednesday. We're going to do an afternoon little workshop what's going on. So don't forget and don't miss it. So please go out there, register, share it, be there. Listen, I've been doing this for 30 years. You know, I love what I do. I get so happy and I get so ecstatic when I help everyone here to do well at it. But you got to know how to play the damn game. And the easiest way to play the game is not watching some stupid Fibonacci, some indicator, someone trying to convince you that they got the next best sliced bread out there on a great option play. It's following the money, okay? And that's how it goes. It's a great job. You don't got to kill it. You just got to know how to play it. And that's why, and I love changing people's lives. But the most important part about the whole thing, you got to know how to control those losses. Now let's go back and let's see what's moving this morning, because some of you are coming in, the market's down about 240 points, and you're still thinking like, oh, do I average down? Do I buy it back? Think how hard you worked for the last 2 weeks, thinking that this must have been the bottom, and then all of a sudden you get this guy coming in there and he just wrecked your party, okay? Totally trashed it. You thought you hit the bottom. And if you look here on the Dow, look at that. What a great run up on that Dow, right? We're at 29,000. We're at 33. Like, oh, maybe this is the bottom. Boom. Just took the sheet right underneath you. Anyway, don't worry about it. There are other stocks out there. So let's go out there and do some shopping. So anyway, we got the VRAX. So some of you guys did really well, traders out there. I'm just going to bring up level 4 here. We took this little iceberg order out here right around 440. You saw that there was buyers showing up here early around 8:15. They just kept buying it. Look at all those green balls. Look at those time and sales orders. Buy, 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 buy. You sit there and you think sell, they think buy. You're on the wrong side. So anyway, guess what? That's going on the watch list. So we got VRAX. And you know what? Market's not open yet. And if you want to even see something even more crazy, guess what? This stock in one day was $5 to $29. Okay, look what happened when the stock was an IPO. It's been on a big downtrend. It has been moving up in the last couple of days. Maybe it turned into a swing trade. We'll find out later, and that's why you got to stay tuned and log into CTU's trading room. What else is moving on there? It's not the only one out there. There's a lot of the stocks in a big watch list. I'm going to go through my crystal ball, which is my top 20. What's moving? HUDI up 14%. Garbage. No good volume. Nero, we traded this stock. You remember this stock back in July, cyber traders. This is a stock that we traded, went from $3 to almost $45. Very volatile, very dangerous, good volume. Just started making some move right now. Guess what? It's going on the Fausto list. All right. On the watch list. What else we got going on here? This stock, volume's decent, spread's pretty ugly, small tier sizes, big spread. Big spread, small tier sizes. We're already down to 6%, and we are looking at the 7th biggest percentage gainer. We are done right there. Let's go hop over here in the losers. Pharmaceutical stocks, we know they don't come back. This stock is getting crushed, okay? But shockingly, she did make a little bit of a bounce here, so I don't know what that's all about. So maybe we might get a little bit of dead cat bounce. AUPH, we traded this stock before. Some of you remember it. Wow, Roku made the big loser list. Man, look at Roku was a $500 stock. You think you can't lose money with $500? Look where it is today, down to 44. And you know what? Down another 10 points. Just when you think like the bleeding did not stop and you said, wow, maybe we'll come back, boom, look at the thing just got totally crushed. You know what? COVID's over. These companies did phenomenal in COVID. Nobody's got nothing better to do. They're sitting home, subscribing to videos, movies, whatever it is. You know what? I don't hear too much about it anymore on TV, but we know they do bounce. So it's going on my watch list because it's not a pharmaceutical stock. Here's another stock. Spreads ugly. Peloton. We were looking at that stock a couple of days. Peloton obviously is on the watch list. Make a little bit of a comeback. I don't know. You know what? It's so funny. They always come out. They always come out with all this news. I mean, I think Peloton came out with that. They gave it to everyone in Washington and whatever it is. But you know what? It was big when COVID was out there. People had to exercise at home. Not looking too well now. All right. New York Stock Exchange. Anything going on there? The stock took a very, very big hit a couple of days ago. Not really doing too much now. BTU got a little bit of a pop right here, up 6%. Garbage. Wow, look at that. I haven't seen Under Armour in a long time. Damn, Under Armour. I was such a fan of that stock. Can't believe it. I was trading it right around here, around the 20s and 30s, and finally started coming down. I got out of it, and good thing I did, because that would have been a pretty big disaster right there. But it's up today. So I don't know what that's all about. 130,000 shares. I don't know. We'll put it on the watch list. We'll see UAA, and there's also UA that also trades with. They trade together. All right. Anything else out there? Nah, nothing. Big losers. Getting a little bit of a crush right here in LNC. Nothing super spectacular about that. Yeah, we're done. All right. So there's our watch list. Not very big, but it's pretty decent. We still got the market opens up. We'll probably find something that will show up on our watch list once the market opens up. Listen, some of you are still freaking out what happened about yesterday, but with the rates. Some of you probably want to go out there and think you want to average down. Listen, you're in the right place, and the right place is you got to know how to trade these things. You got to follow the money, and you know what? If they're pushing it down, like we see what's going on. Listen, I took my profits yesterday. We did pretty well on that Home Depot trade, on a swing trade. And you know what? Came up, and then all of a sudden thing came down. Now, before we go and get ready for the market opened up, a couple of things I just want to point out. We are going to be posting up a couple of links on Shopify. We did a couple of really cool trades on that. We're going to post on YouTube. So before the market opens up, everybody, I want you, Rich is going to be posting a link actually in the Cyber Group room. In a second or two, we'll give it to you all, everyone on YouTube, Facebook Live. So if you want to know how to trade stocks when it comes to the Fed rate and how these things move, click on that link, watch it, get yourself psyched up and get focused. So when you get in the market opens up in 15 minutes, you know exactly what to do. So we're going to have a little homework. Go out there, watch the video, the quick little video we're going to give you. We'll have it on YouTube. We'll have it right here. And then, and like I said, we see something, we'll say something. Don't forget, tomorrow we're going to be doing another open house. We got these workshops that are starting next week. Let's get ready for the election. It's going to be, if you thought yesterday was if you missed out, don't worry about it. This is only the beginning. Stock market, I guarantee you, will never go out of business. And when you and I die, it'll still be here. But it's never too late to learn. So let's start learning now and profiting, because this is the best time to trade. Once we get past into late November, December, things start slowing down in the holidays. So let's go out there and do the best we can. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading. Trade safe. And like I said, you see something, you say something in the trading room. See everyone else back here on YouTube at 2:30. Or like I said, you can always join us in our trading room. And all you trial members, hopefully you're going out there enjoying it. Just don't forget what we told you. Do not trade. There's the link we just posted. And let me just get that link and copy and paste it and put it on YouTube also, so everybody here on YouTube could see it. And there we go. There's your link right there. So just copy and paste that link, guys. All right, good luck, everyone. Happy trading. We'll see you back here when the market opens up.